Hello, friends. My name is Anil. I hope everybody has learned how to keep progressing and be happy in this new normal. Fall 2020 is here, and today I'm going to start painting my over a decade of technical expertise. I am a Google certified data engineer as well as Microsoft Azure certified data engineer and AI engineer. First, I'm gonna start with Google Cloud Platform, and down the road, I will cover Azure as well. So, in today's session, I'm gonna talk about how to set up a enterprise grade foundation on Google Cloud Platform, and then in the coming sessions, we will build data science solution on top of this robust platform. So, let me start sharing my screen and let's do the exercise together. All right, so on my screen you can see a ideal enterprise grade organization hierarchy. And before jumping into this thing, one thing I would like to tell you is if you look at the bottom, the last layer is cloud resources, actual resources, where you will have your bare minimum VMs, storage, and different computing services from the cloud. And on the second layer from the bottom there is there are multiple GCP projects, so you don't need to create folder and organization hierarchy. You can directly create GCP project and start from there, but there is a catch. If you start with the GCP project without attaching your organization, they all are hanging in the air. There is no organization policy that you can bind with them, and it's not a scalable and secure way. So if you think about security, security is always coming with shared responsibility. You need to have multiple layers. Every layer is responsible for some part of the security, and eventually everything, all the security components come together and build a more secure platform. So if you define a correct structure, correct foundation at the start, you can assure like your platform is gonna scale, your platform is secure. On this screen you can see on the top there is a organization node called company, which is your company name. So for example, your company.com or walmart.com or google.com. Under that there will be different departments like digital marketing, shared infrastructure, product team. And in the next screen, I am talking about how to access Google Cloud Platform. So there are two ways, either through Google Cloud Identity or G Suite. So G Suite comes with Gmail and everything else. So in today's session, we will focus on cloud identity, how to set up cloud identity and attach your organization node with Google Cloud Platform. So I'm gonna buy a domain from godaddy.com. You might have your domain already. It's a uh, simple process to buy a domain. So on the screen, you can see we need to go on this URL gsuite.com, sign up GCP identity, and then couple of screens where we will be uh, subscribing Google Cloud Identity. Typical steps like your email, your phone number, your address, who you are, kind of those stuff. So we are gonna sign up about it, and here you are gonna put your domain name, which domain you would like to have your Google Cloud organization setup. So I'm gonna have my own domain that I just bought from godaddy.com, and then typical steps. I'm creating a user, admin user. Now let's go to the setup. So to set up the cloud identity, which means to attach your domain to here, we need to go into our domain register DNS settings. You might have other than GoDaddy. Go there, you will find the similar settings. So there are two ways how you can verify this domain belongs to you, either using Cname entry or using ATXT code. So I'm going with the Cname, just copy paste these things, host and target. And these are temporary settings. So I will go on my domain, I will choose like I would like to add an entry for Cname, then copy paste those host and target entries. These things are temporary, so I can define how much time they will live on my domain. And this is not going to impact anything on your domain, just verification of your domain if you are the owner of this domain. Just setting up. Finally, I have added this thing. So I'm saying like, okay, I have saved my CNAME entry there. And let's check these 4 steps. Logged in, added the CNAME, and then save the CNAME. And now click on the verification. This verification sometimes takes like 10-20 minutes. Once you are done with the verification, then you can create a simple user and then send a email to that user. Now continue to Google Cloud Platform. Couple of screens where you are gonna say okay, agree, and those things. At the bottom, you can see our organization has been created, and this user that I created is granted a admin role at the organization level. So admin at my organization.com. Now we are going to set up billing for Google Cloud project. Come to the IAM, and at the bottom you will find a section called Manage Resources. This is the place where we will be defining our folders and whole organization structure. So whenever you sign up for Google Cloud Platform, it comes with a default Google Cloud project called My First Project. And then you can delete it or utilize it for temporary workload. And then I'm going to create a proper enterprise structure here. So creating a folder, and where to create it, I'm saying like at the root node. And this is saying I don't have permission to create a folder in this organization. So let's give more permissions. It's funny, I'm the admin and it's asking like I don't have the permission, but no worry, we will fix it. So let's go to the organization IAM, and here is the user admin at gcpenterprise.uno. This is the user I'm logged in. So I'm gonna add permission to create folders. So I'm gonna edit it. It already have organization administrator. Search for folder and then go for folder admin. Once you give it, you can create multiple folders, manage them, and go here and there. And then I'm also gonna give the owner access. Now let's go back on the manage resources. At the bottom, you can find it and click on the create folder. Here you will define your departments, your team. So I'm defining a folder called retail, which is my division. And then you can select different folders where to go which thing. And good part is at any time you can move things here and there. So you can move one project to another department, another folder, those kind of things. But remember, whenever something is moving into a destination folder, the permissions will be applied from the destination folder only, no matter which permissions were there in the source folder. So I'm going into my first project called my app tab. And then, for example, I'm going to add new user. I can add it there, or even I can add users from it. Okay, so we have successfully created an enterprise grade foundation on Google Cloud Platform. So let's see what else we can do here. So let's go to IAM and admin and go to the organization policy section. There I will show you like which policies are available here, what you can do with this policy. Search for IP, and then you can search for, okay, so on the top you have a very powerful policy called define allowed external IPs for VM instances. So here you can define whether you would like to give your users permission to have VMs with external IP or not, which is very critical thing for any enterprise in terms of when you are starting your journey on Google Cloud or any cloud platform. At the bottom, you will find admin console. You can manage your users, groups, and then this is the portal, which is your cloud identity portal. Here you can define your users, you can add new users, you can import your users, you can integrate your users with Okta or any third party identity provider, or maybe from Azure. For and then at the bottom, let's go back on the organization uh, folder structure. Then I have defined dev, prod, and test, three major SDLC folders. I hope you like this hands-on session. If you have any suggestion or any clarification needed, feel free to post those comments in the comment section. And